Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to this Monday evening. It is currently 25 minutes to 9, and it is time for another Chris Chan article. And it is covering the last step in the fantasy section of the Quictionary, and this one is just kind of one of the worst. Chris's unclit. This article is rated M for honest content, might not be suitable for work. Your tax dollars at work. The contents of this page have been bought with taxpayer money. They're not joking, by the way. The unclit was what Chris called a small piercing on his taint, or perineum in clinical terminology, what's known as a gouche piercing among body modification enthusiasts. He had apparently gotten it as a fair substitute for a clitoris, indicating that Chris believes that clitoris is located on a woman's perineum. It seems that Chris's knowledge of female anatomy was noticeably improved by his encounters with Mia Hamm. Exactly, he must have seen what a vagina is supposed to be on a woman's body. Considering how much porn he watches, that shouldn't, be an issue. But there you go. Chris's rationale for getting the unclit also included an introduction to the sex lives of female bonobos. I'll explain that in a second. After a couple of weeks, the piercing began to migrate out of Chris's body in a process referred to as rejection. Instead of letting the area heal before a second attempt, Chris immediately tried to re-pierce it with a safety pin. I feel sick already. This rather predictably resulted in the migration worsening, and even after going to a professional and having it redone again, his body still rejected it, and Katie eventually convinced Chris to give up on the piercing altogether. Factoring 2 professional piercings and 2 items of jewellery, Chris wasted a grand total of about $200 of his monthly tugboat on this. Oh, and by the way, I know you guys won't be able to see this because this is a link to tribadism on Wikipedia. This is obviously going to be covered up, and I'll explain exactly, what the thing is going to be. Also, Chris somehow got away with posting a link to the pornographic image. This share wasn't removed. You reported Christian Western Chandler share for containing nudity. Thank you for your help trying to report something that you may feel violate our community service reports. Like yours are an important part of making Facebook a safe, welcome, blah, 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 blah. And found it doesn't violate. Anyway, September 18th Facebook status. Well, a whole month without a new update on the Trolls website. I was hoping for longer than that. And I was going to make a public announcement about it anyway, but the cat is out of the bag now. Anyway, I had something done to me that is radical, that I did for my lesbian soul. I got a new piercing on my taint on Monday the 15th of September, about where my clitoris would be if I was a woman. It is a short, steel straight piece with steel spheres, of which I refer to as my unclit. I am tending to its cleaning personally in daily baths or showers, as well as cleaning the area with rubbing alcohol twice daily. I, Christian Western Chandler, with no other outside opinions from anyone, have long been thinking about getting a piercing on my taint, with a steel sphere where my clitoris would be if I was born female, in my sole identity as a female and a lesbian. As a Lebian. Did he just... Yeah, okay, he just misspelled it like an idiot. As a fair substitute for that, and to stimulate the woman's clitoris via scissoring, years ago after watching the lesbian couple tripping each other in the softcore porn movie The Key to Sex. And for those who don't know about tribbing, not that anybody asked, it is more commonly referred to known as scissoring. Tribadism is when one woman rubs her vulva against the other woman's vulva to stimulate each other's clitoris. In fact, there are clits that actually stick out, penetrating the labia, and better stimulating the other clitoris. The female bonobo monkeys have long clits, and they tribby other female bonobos a lot of the time. Okay, now the only question we need to find out is who the hell asked. And to make sure that everyone understands once and for all, I am a female lesbian soul trapped in a male body. Or to put it in another way, I am a lesbian transgender. I am seriously into women. Males offend me. Even my own penis totally grosses me out. I am glad that I tuck it underneath my taint, so I do not have to look down at the ugly bulge. Well, that and also because probably Chris's gut sticks out so much it'll be hard to notice anyway. I have come out as a lesbian transgender woman, and I have always have been and ever will. And for everyone of you sods who continue to mislabel me as a homosexual male or hint towards anything of even in distasteful jest, you can all kiss my vagina of my soul. Have a good day. And he leaves the link to the Tribadism article on Wikipedia. Despite obviously violating the community guidelines, as well as being reported by concerned Facebook users, probably weren't trolls, just people who were, thought this was very red flaggish behavior, Facebook decided that no part of this status was considered pornographic enough to warrant being removed. I reckon if I did the exact same thing, they would immediately shut me down. Just saying. Chris appeared to have either gotten very bad advice about caring for his new piercing, or gotten good advice and ignored it. No knowledgeable body piercing provider would ever suggest cleaning a... Exactly, that's the first thing I was going to suggest. That would burn holes in your skin if you do that, which is far too harsh a solvent. Chris's misguided aftercare regimen likely contributed to the piercing's rejection. Re-piercing the unclit. Bear in mind, he did this with a safety pin. On December 4th, 2014, an update was released on the Quickie forums that Chris had re-pierced his own taint. The new piercing was apparently made of gold. I got the new gold barbell jewelry piece, and I will be getting it re-pierced later today. Let's pray that in a month this one does not go migrating either. I'm sending caring vibes and love your way. Have a lovely and safe day. Re-piercing so soon after the first attempt was considered most unwise, as the first migration had almost no time to heal, and many trolls were concerned that Chris's lack of general hygiene generally would lead to him risking a septemia. 5 days later, it was revealed that in addition to the new piercing, Chris was wearing a strap-on harness-like device without the dildo removed, to conceal his duck. While he wore women's clothing, this raised additional concerns about the cleanliness of the pierced region. The end of the unclit. I have an update just to let you know. The patch of skin the jewelry was in it was shrinking again. I have just removed the barbell and spheres. I am giving up on the piercing now. Chris is finally giving up on the piercing. A message from Chris leaked on the Quickie forums on the 12th of December showed that he had removed the piercing due to the patch of skin the jewelry was in shrinking again, presumably referring to another migration. He stated he would give up on the unclit. He was deeply disappointed with this outcome. However, and on Quickmass CMass 2014, is that just meant to be... Still hoped that he could receive the gift of a magical transformation of my female form, male, to completely female. Santa seemingly did not oblige him, perhaps prompting Chris's malicious assault of a store employee the following day, Boxing Day. Or is it? On the 24th of July 2016, Chris announced on Facebook that he had a grown labia. At first, people thought that from the pictures Chris helpfully shared on Imager, that the migrated skin from the piercing was turning into a wound and or an abscess. In reality, while attempting DIY gender transition surgery, he had cut his taint open with a knife. Yeah, and there are not safe for work, life, for the faint of heart, or anyone who values their sanity. That's why I'll do the appropriate thing and cover that up. So the piercing as it originally appeared, guys, listen to me, and I mean this in the absolute most sincerity. I know have you guys ever heard, oh my god, that's the infection. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is also the duck strap, which is, and the unclit itself. Oh my god, that's just... And finally, the duck strap from the left. And just as I suspected, Chris is so fat that he cannot even look... He couldn't even look down at his own penis even if he tried. Well, trust me, guys, I'm sparing you. I'm doing you guys a great favor by not showing you guys that. I can't even remember exactly what I had to look at it for. I wish I hadn't. So, Chris's delusions into sex are nothing technically new, because Chris not only doesn't exactly know where, you know, female genitalia is, even after having actually seen one up close, as well as over the internet, probably more time than he's ever had at any job the world over. Moreover, there is no moreover. There is nothing else to discuss. Chris just seems to think, as opposed to, you know, actual, you know, surgery and money, he could have saved at least $200 of the government's money, of taxpayers' money, to maybe look into having actual, you know, professional treatment. But no, he thinks this is the best idea, to slice himself open and to literally stud his own clit. I'm done. You know what? Let's just draw a veil, and that we never have to go that low ever again. And with all that being said and done, I hope you guys have enjoyed this article of the Wikipedia known as Chris's Unclit. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see all of you guys again in the next video. I'm gonna be sick. I need a strongbow, hard earned.